Of course, there's a little bit in the rules. A little bit in the rules, a little bit like the space of the floor, the 3-point line. Maybe I think it's shorter, is it?
Yeah.
It's shorter, so
3 in the key.
even
3 in the key.
Even in there is no 3 in the key. So even the floor is smaller. The big man can be in a paint. Everything is packed. So, and is it harder? Yeah, just because I think you need to really think about it, and really you need to have really quick thinking. Let's say like that. I think in NBA, if you go by the guy, you can see the help is coming. In Europe, is like if you go by the help is already there, so you need to kind of think, play ahead, you know. So it's interesting. You know?
Scoring is easier in NBA just because of the amount of the different rules, the less space, the time. So that's why I said it.
So you think it's harder to score 30 points in a EuroLeague game than it is in an NBA game?
Yeah, 100%.
But there's better players over here.
Oh, way better players. Yeah. I'm just saying because of the rules.
Yeah.
Because the guy can stay. If you have a guy like, let's say, Rudy Gobert, he can stay in the paint on defense 3 seconds, however he wants. Like, just because of that rule, you can have 10 more points easily.
Makes sense.
I think it's just not a lot of defense being played. Teams are scoring like it's freaking 1960s or 70s. Like it's 132 to 112, 142 to 121. It's just like there's no defense. Like there's just none. Then we go into a Utah-Boston game, you know, we're playing and it's 86 to 92. You know what I mean? And you just see the difference in just the effort in every single night, which I get from an NBA player standpoint, the amount of games we play, but it's just sometimes you have to make guys miss. Like, you know, guys, like, we're all NBA players. If you see a open look at the rim, I'm pretty sure we're going to knock it down over 50% of the time if it's wide open. I mean, it's just even. So,
first of all, the game in Europe is way harder than the game in the NBA. And I don't want to disrespect the talent. Obviously, in the NBA, it's way higher. But the space is just, you have a lot of lanes to drive the ball, a lot of lanes to create. It's just, I think over there is more intense. Like, people pick you up full court, double team you, full court zone, to man to the last 5-second double teams. From they start from zone and then they go man to man the last 10 seconds and then the double team in the post. There's no lanes to drive. Like, it's just the more physical.
Bam said it before, Luka said it in the past, that it's easier to score in the NBA rather than, you know, international play. What are your thoughts on that? It's one of the greatest scorers ever.
I can see why. A lot of the best scorers in the NBA, they score from 3 and they get to the rim and they get fouled. And in FIBA, you know, there's not as many foul calls. You know, you're going to get away with a lot more. It's more physical. And there's also no defensive 3 seconds. So the paint is usually more crowded. So, you know, forcing it into the paint is usually just playing into a crowd. The referees aren't going to give you the benefit of the doubt with a whistle. And, you know, it's hard to play in the crowd. You know, to score in the crowd with people that's just sitting in the paint, that's tough. So I think that definitely makes it harder to score when you're playing with FIBA rules as opposed to the NBA where a lot less contact is allowed. There's defensive 3 seconds. You know, it's so many things that are different that allow the scoring to be, you know, a little easier in the NBA.